The History of Mesopotamia Introduction. Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was home to some of the earliest human societies. Located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in modern-day Iraq and parts of Syria, Turkey, and Iran, Mesopotamia was the birthplace of writing, agriculture, urbanization, and governance. This land witnessed the rise and fall of several powerful civilizations, including the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. This article explores the rich history of Mesopotamia, tracing its development from early settlements to the great empires that shaped human history. The birth of civilization. The history of Mesopotamia begins in the Neolithic period, circa 10,000 BCE, when humans transitioned from hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural communities. The fertile land of the region made it ideal for growing crops, leading to the development of early villages such as Catalhoyuk and Jarma. These early settlers cultivated wheat and barley, domesticated animals, and developed irrigation techniques to control the unpredictable flooding of the rivers. By around 4000 BCE, these small agricultural communities had grown into city-states. Among the earliest known cities was Eridu, considered by the Sumerians to be the first city created by the gods. Other notable cities included Uruk, and Lagash, which became centers of trade, religion, and governance. The Sumerians, circa 3100–2000 BCE. The Sumerians were the first known civilization in Mesopotamia. Around 3100 BCE, they developed cuneiform, the world's first writing system, which they used to record transactions, laws, and religious texts. Sumerian cities were ruled by kings who were believed to be chosen by the gods. Each city-state had its own deity and a central temple called a ziggurat. Uruk, one of the most significant Sumerian cities, reached a population of nearly 50,000 at its peak. The famous Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest pieces of literature, originates from this period. The Sumerians also made advances in mathematics, astronomy, and law, laying the foundation for future civilizations. However, internal conflicts and invasions weakened Sumerian city-states, paving the way for the rise of the Akkadian Empire. The Akkadian Empire, circa 2334–2154 BCE, the Akkadian Empire, founded by Sargon of Akkad around 2334 BCE, was the world's first known empire. Sargon conquered Sumerian city-states and established a centralized government that stretched from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean. The Akkadians adopted Sumerian culture, including cuneiform writing, but introduced their own Semitic language. Sargon's dynasty lasted over a century but eventually collapsed due to internal strife, invasions, and environmental changes. The empire's decline allowed for the resurgence of Sumerian power under the Third Dynasty of Ur. The Ur-3 period, circa 2112–2004 BCE, the Third Dynasty of Ur, often called the Neo-Sumerian Empire, attempted to restore Sumerian culture and administration. King Ur-Nammu is credited with creating one of the earliest known law codes, predating Hammurabi's code by centuries. However, the empire eventually fell to Elamite invasions and internal rebellions, marking the end of Sumerian dominance. The Old Babylonian period, circa 2001–595 BCE, following the fall of Ur, the city of Babylon rose to prominence under the rule of King Hammurabi, circa 1792–1750 BCE. Hammurabi is best known for his law code, the Code of Hammurabi, which established legal principles such as an eye for an eye. The Babylonian Empire flourished under his reign, advancing in trade, literature, and architecture. However, after Hammurabi's death, the empire weakened and eventually fell to the Hittites in 1595 BCE. This led to a period of political fragmentation until the rise of the Assyrians. The Assyrian Empire, circa 1365–609 BCE, the Assyrians emerged as a dominant power in northern Mesopotamia, creating one of the most powerful empires in ancient history. Their military prowess, advanced siege tactics, and use of iron weaponry allowed them to conquer vast territories, including Egypt, Anatolia, and the Levant. Notable Assyrian rulers included Tiglath-Pileser III, Sargon II, and Ashurbanipal, who built the Great Library of Nineveh. Despite their strength, the Assyrians were known for their brutal tactics, which earned them many enemies. In 612 BCE, a coalition of Babylonians, Medes, and Scythians sacked Nineveh, leading to the fall of the Assyrian Empire. The Neo-Babylonian Empire, circa 626-539 BCE, after the fall of Assyria, the Babylonians regained power under King Nabopolassar and his son Nebuchadnezzar II. The Neo-Babylonian Empire is famous for its architectural marvels, including the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Nebuchadnezzar also captured Jerusalem and exiled the Jewish population to Babylon, an event recorded in biblical texts. However, the Neo-Babylonian Empire was short-lived. In 539 BCE, Cyrus the Great of Persia conquered Babylon, marking the beginning of Persian rule in Mesopotamia. The Persian and Hellenistic periods, circa 539-150 BCE, under Persian rule, Mesopotamia became part of the vast Achaemenid Empire. The Persians, known for their tolerance and efficient administration, allowed the region to thrive. However, in 331 BCE, Alexander the Great defeated the Persians and took control of Mesopotamia, introducing Greek culture and governance. After Alexander's death in 323 BCE, his empire fragmented, and Mesopotamia came under the rule of the Seleucid Empire. Greek influence persisted, but native Mesopotamian culture gradually declined. The Parthians, Sassanids, and the Islamic conquest, circa 150 BCE 750 CE. The Parthians, a powerful Iranian dynasty, took control of Mesopotamia around 150 BCE. They were later succeeded by the Sassanid Empire, 224-651 CE, which restored Persian traditions and clashed with the Roman and Byzantine empires. In the 7th century CE, the Islamic Caliphate, led by the Rashidun and Umayyad caliphs, conquered Mesopotamia. The region became an important center of Islamic culture, science, and learning, particularly under the Abbasid Caliphate, which established its capital in Baghdad. Conclusion: Mesopotamia's history is one of remarkable achievements, from the birth of writing and the first legal codes to the rise of great empires. The legacies of Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, and Assyria continue to influence modern civilization in governance, law, and culture. Despite the eventual decline of its ancient civilizations, Mesopotamia's contributions to human progress remain unparalleled, securing its place as the cradle of civilization.